Hey besties, welcome back to my channel. Today we are unfortunately gathered for one of the most unfortunate things to happen in South African relationship history. I mean, the last time we felt this way was when Winnie and Nelson Mandela separated. And now Sia and Rachel have decided to hit us with the same thing. I think we can all agree when I say that the sun has set way too soon for South Africa's favorite couple. But before we get into it, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on the next episode. So, I'm sure a lot of you are wondering, what happened? What is the reason?
What was the reason?
I had a reason.
What was the reason?
I had a reason.
What was the reason?
So a formal statement has not yet been released by the duo. The only statement they have put out so far is the one announcing their divorce. And the statement reads, "We wanted to share some important news with you. After much reflection and open conversations, we have mutually decided to end our marriage. This decision comes from a place of love, respect, and understanding that this is the best path forward for both of us. Our relationship as a couple is changing. We remain great friends and committed partners in raising our children with the same love and care they've always known. We will also continue working together on the foundation that means so much to us. We are grateful for the love, understanding, and support you've shown us, and we kindly ask for your respect as we navigate this transition. With gratitude and love, Sia and Rachel." So until we get a formal statement, bestie, I suggest we take a look at the many plausible theories people have come up with. So one ex-user said, a third person must be responsible for this divorce between Sia and Rachel Kolisi. There can't be another explanation. Now there are two cases that stand out to support this allegation. These cases involve Jessica Mutaung, who is currently the Kaizer Chiefs marketing director, if you didn't know, and Zuki Lamani. I think she's an influencer or something of that sort. So since news of the divorce dropped, pictures of Sia and these two ladies have been making the rounds on social media. Now some advice to my brother Sia. As a married man, and worse, as a public figure, you can't be holding women by the waist like this. It's a dangerous game he was playing. Look at that eye contact. If I didn't know him or his wife, I'd assume he was in a relationship with one of these two. Sia Kolisi is not the first man in a marriage. Take Keanu Reeves for example. John Wick himself. He's not out there trying to get himself into trouble. This man knows how to keep peace in his life. Look at that hand placement. Magnificent. Absolutely marvelous. Perfect. Musa Kaula posted on X saying, but then also Sia Kolisi ain't cheat on Rachel Kolisi with just cis women. There was a transgender woman too in the middle of the chaos. Oh my gosh, besties. Deeper into the rabbit hole we go. On the topic of transgenders, it's quite a huge allegation because it's not really as socially acceptable in South Africa as it is in America. So I can understand why this is so shocking for most, because it's definitely a shocker for me. Now, many of you may not know that among many of his accomplishments, Sia Kolisi is a published author as well. In his published autobiography called Rise, he reveals that he's struggled with alcohol and other temptations such as corn addiction.
I love cone. Cone.
And overspending to a point where his wife would have to pay for things such as dates, not out of the kindness of her heart, but because her husband, who probably earns more than her, was irresponsible, which supports some of the allegations made against him. In his book, Sia stated, "I was often away traveling and playing, so half the time they were on their own with Rachel, they being his two siblings and their two kids. There were times in the early days when Rachel would have to pay for our dates because I'd spent all my money on alcohol, and this was when I was getting paid good money as a pro player. I was a bad drunk, prone to getting so wasted that I'd pass out in the street. I'd get arrested and then wake up in a police cell with no idea of how I'd got there or even which police station I was in. You see this? This is too much for any woman to deal with. On top of acting as a single mother to 4 kids, 2 of which are his siblings, Rachel had to deal with a partner who was an irresponsible drunk. Not only was he absent in most of their daily lives, but even when he was around, he was a nightmare to be around sometimes. After 8 years of all of that, who can really blame Rachel for calling it quits? I'm sure they've tried time and again to fix things, but you and I both know that old habits die hard. So I doubt issues were ever dealt with since he's opened up about them, which of course resulted in this divorce. Someone else on X said, Sia Kolisi and Rachel Kolisi ending their marriage, long overdue, not surprised at all. That white woman will leave his pockets dry. It was never true love in the first place. It was just a business transaction. What money was she after exactly when they met? The pockets were dry from the beginning. Man's was broke. Rachel has her own business ventures, her own source of income, and thank goodness for that with all the accusations going around that she just wants half his wealth. Girl can survive on her own. What extravagant and lavish life was she after exactly? If that's what she really wanted, if that's what she was really after, I don't think adopting Sia's siblings and committing to be their full-time parent was the right move. If she really didn't care about Sia and just wanted his money, would she have done this? Girl was calling people out, making a fool out of herself for this man. Then people want to say she didn't love him? Wow. Let's give Rachel credit where it's due. She tried her best to be the rock her family needed. And okay, let's not discredit Sia so much. Let's say he tried his best too. The sad reality is that most of the time, their marriage wasn't about them as a couple. It was about their kids and the temptations Sia was falling into.
I love cone. Cone.
They may not have officially stated their reasons for their divorce yet, but their journey certainly speaks for itself. It's safe to say that Sia Kolisi had his eye on the prize. And if you haven't caught the hint by now, the prize wasn't his wife. Let me know in the comments below if you have any other theories or your thoughts on the situation. See you guys in the next one. Bye.